Okay, so if you're watching this video, that means you are on number 7 and you already have your working recipe completed. So you should have your working recipe pulled up as the directions in number 6 say. And some other resources you'll need are the scrambled recipes and cooking units doc. So go ahead, open both of those. Okay, so once you're on your working recipe, you should have your scrambled recipe below. We're going to work on unscrambling it today. If you do not have something that says expression, you need to go to the scrambled recipe document and find the expression for your recipe. So this person's doing a UDF milkshake. We're going to put the expression down here. So now we're going to look and we're going to start converting. So this person wants to put the 24 tablespoons of ice cream into cups. A measurement that makes sense is cups. So if you type in tablespoons, 2 cups, and there were 24 tablespoons, that gives us 1.5 cups. So I'm just going to make a note here, 1.5 when I did my conversion. Now what I need to do is check this expression and see if I have a 1.5 as a coefficient or as the number in front of the variable. So 3/2 could be 1.5. I know 2 is not 1.5. I know 1/4 is not 1.5. 3/4 is not 1.5, and 3 is not 1.5. So let's just double check the 3/2, see what we get, and it is equal to 1.5. Perfect. So this person was right on with his new measurement. I'm just going to put 3/2 m as well, so once you go through, you know what ingredient belongs to each variable. Okay, so how we checked that was once we got our conversion, we had to come down here, look at the coefficients, and see if there's any coefficient that matches our conversion. Let's try cubic centimeters next. So this person thought that tablespoons would be a good measurement for chocolate syrup. So I'm going from this many cubic centimeters and I'm going to convert it to tablespoons. So cubic centimeters to tablespoons. Okay, so I get it's equal to about 4 tablespoons. Let me check to see if that makes sense with my expression. So 2 is not equal to 4. 1/4 is not equal to 4. Neither is 3/4, neither is 3. So I need to think of a different measurement because tablespoons does not work for our expression. Could you measure chocolate syrup in tablespoons? You could, but for our expression, we are not looking for tablespoons. So going to this cooking units of measure, this is what you're going to choose from. We know that tablespoons don't work. If we use teaspoons, that means we're going to need even more teaspoons because a tablespoon's like this big, so a teaspoon's like that big, if you guys can see. So teaspoons doesn't make sense. Cubic centimeters is as big as a milliliter, which is really, really small. So realistically, we're left with cups and we're left with ounces. Okay, let me try, since cups is the first one, let's try converting cubic centimeters to cups and see what we get. Okay, I'm putting the number of cubic centimeters here, and I get 0.25 with some zeros and some ones after, or some numbers after it. I'm just going to focus on these first two, 0.25. So if I don't do tablespoons, because the coefficients didn't match, and I decide to do cups instead, I get 0.25 cups. So I'm just going to make a note of that. 0.25, oh gosh. 0.25 cups. I need to check that in my expression below. If any of the remaining variables have a coefficient of 0.25. So I know 2 is not 0.25, but if I type in 1/4, let's see what I get as a decimal. I get 0.25. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to use 0.25 cups, and I know in my expression that's represented as 1/4 S, or 1/4 S. You can use the same unit of measurement multiple times. So I used cups here for syrup, and I also used cups up here for milk, so whatever works. You're going to keep going with this. I just did these first two as an example. If you have questions, ask me. I'll be in the Google Meet. Other than that, I think you guys will do great, and good luck.